Hey guys, my name is Mike Munzing with Munzing Mortgage Group. The market is moving. Let's see what's going on. Do we have big changes ahead? I'll be right back. As you know, in our real estate market, prices have certainly headed up. Over the last year, rates have headed up. But boy, as I mentioned, prices are at pretty much all-time high levels. What is going to be happening down the road? I've been thinking about that. I've been doing research, but Brian Stevens over at the National Real Estate Post came out with a great video this week. I want to share that with you. It pertains to exactly what I'm talking about. So take a look. I'll be right back.
Now, according to the American Enterprise Institute Center on Housing Markets and Finance, a housing bust is inevitable. So really the question we have to ask ourselves right now, is this a case of the sky is falling, or is it in fact true? Now, I've said that values right now are unsustainable because your average family simply cannot buy the average home. In many markets, we've priced out the first-time home buyer. And without the first-time home buyer, you don't have a move-up buyer. And if you don't have a move-up buyer or first-time home buyer, the market will correct itself. Now, I've been saying this for the past half year, and finally you're starting to hear some grumblings out there of people and groups who agree with me. For example, we now have 20 quarters of an extended housing boom with absolutely no end in sight. Before the Great Recession in 2008, we had 39 months. And in the recessions of the 1970s and the 1980s, they both had 21 quarters of an extended housing boom before their corrections. So what this tells us is, when the market cools, it corrects. Presumably, if a correction were to come right now, it'd be more like the 1970s and 80s, not as catastrophic. The longer we go without a correction, the larger that correction is going to be. Again, with no end in sight, one might conclude that our correction will come later, like in a couple of years, and probably be pretty severe. Now, AEI's center cited data from John Burns Real Estate Consultants, and that suggests that the United States market in the aggregate was overvalued by 17% at the end of 2017. And 90 of the 131 US metro markets it tracks had overpriced housing markets. Now, in the run-up to the last bust in 2008, 44 of the 48 tracked markets were also deemed overvalued. And further, in the run-up to 2008, looser lending standards made more money available to more people, which led to bidding wars and overvalued homes. Now, as we sit here today, guys, think about this. Non-QM loans are by far the largest growing sector of the mortgage market. However, it's worth pointing out that the Alt-A non-QM loans today don't resemble the pre-2008 loans, yet standards have fallen in recent years, which is certainly helping to push our hot housing market
and make it even hotter.
So right now, we're at 10 years or about 120 months removed from the last housing recession. History tells us that we have some type of a correction about every 5 years, which means we are long overdue. And according to CNBC, the historical unconditional probability of having a recession in any given year is about 15%. So chances of a correction in the next 12 months is about 50-50. The probability of a recession in the next 24 months is 100%. And Zillow and the research firm Pulseonomics surveyed more than 100 real estate experts and economists, and roughly half of them predicted that the next recession is going to begin in 2020, most likely in the first quarter. And that's actually later than the panel's previous prediction of late 2019. So the question really is, are we going to have a correction? And the answer is absolutely. But is it going to be a recession? That's the question that we really need to ask ourselves. Now, here's what you need to know as a real estate agent or a mortgage lender. Not a homeowner, but rather a professional in the housing industry. You should not only embrace, but cheer, hail, toast a recession. Remember, a correction means more people are selling their homes because of falling home prices, and more of those precious and endangered species that we know as first-time home buyers re-enter the market once again. And when homes sell and people buy, you earn commissions. Look at falling home values like falling gas prices. Nobody says we're ever going into a gas recession when prices go down, not at all. Nobody says we go into a banana recession when banana prices go down, and nobody says we're in an auto crisis when new car prices drop. No! We, the consumers, we applaud these falling prices. Now, in housing, from a professional position, falling home values means better value. You get more bang for your buck and more activity. So, when you go to work today and tomorrow, you need to wake up and ask yourself, how can I make my business recession-proof? Because there is pain at the beginning of these things, but for those who push through, remember back in 2009 and 10 when things turned and all those part-time lenders and real estate agents were out of the industry? Who benefited? Yep, it was you. So make your business recession-proof. Work on it now before it's too late.
So Brian had a lot of numbers, a lot of statistics, and I kind of have to agree with him that there will be sort of a shakeup in the market, waiting to see what's going to happen and when it happens. But I'll be here for you regardless. I've been out here 30 years. We've weathered that storm before, and let's see what's coming. But we got great rates still, great programs, new programs coming down the pipe all the time. Love being here for you. You can call me anytime at 949-689-5626. Once again, my name is Mike Munzing, Munzing Mortgage Group. Been out here a long time, and I want to be here for you. I want to be here for your buyers and really help you put those deals together. Well, God bless you. God bless your family. God bless this beautiful country, and have a great weekend. So call me. I'm here to help. Bye-bye.
Money, 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 money.